This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Frank, you've competed here on so many occasions. What's the magic of the old course?
Just the history, the fact that this golf course has evolved. We still really don't even know the original designer of the golf course. I think it's just sort of evolved through time. Originally it was 22 holes reduced to 18. The fact that when you look at the scorecard, you play 9 holes out, then you turn around in the loop and come back in. If you even time the tide right, you can play 18 holes with the wind behind your back. But the double greens, there's 7 double greens, and each double green adds up to 18. For example, if you're on the 3rd, it's adjacent to the 15th, the 4th, the 14th. It's a place that just continually grows on you, and then you realize you're playing inside like a museum of the game.
And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Frank, this first hole, all about the swick and burn.
Yeah, it cuts in so close to the front of that putting surface. If there's just a puff of wind, and all of a sudden that burn that you could just step across very much comes into play.
There's a birdie try now for Hunter Mahan. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. -1 in early going. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Now to the second hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Ideally, if you're not the longest hitter, just down the right side. But if you've got some wind conditions, wind behind your back, you can nearly drive this green. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
Putt for par. He needs one. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Birdie try up next. Hunter Mahan, second shot. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a couple of feet. Drops it, and he's at even par. Just a tap in to finish the hole. To -2 early in the round. Frank now at the fourth hole.
Yeah, long par 4. Two choices, whether he's game enough to drive it down the right or down the left, which is a much wider piece of fairway. Yeah, that was a little over-ambitious.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
Second shot.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Ooh, that hurts. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. It just, you feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Still playing even for the day after the par. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the round.
Yeah, it's certainly eagles galore. The fifth hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, shared with the 13th. So good tee shot, and you have a nice big target, even though it's a blind second shot coming up. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
In the thick stuff.
Thick, there's brittle out there.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, Ian Poulter, not just another guy in khaki slacks, is he?
No, we saw that when he won the match play in Tucson. He took player down one at a time, looked him in the face and said on the first tee, game over.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Could this be the start of another Ian Poulter charge? We'll see. This for birdie. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. In red figures at 1 under par. Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot, 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
The second shot now to the par 4. Now the third shot for Hunter Mahan. Pretty good shot right there. Third shot, looking for a good one. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Well, this one's tracking.
Oh, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Hunter Mahan for par. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So with that, the score is now at even par. Over the ball here at the 7th, and Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3. And so you won't see that tee shot finish, but you can actually drive very, very close to a bunker called the shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 11th.
Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Brian Hammond's always liked to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there.
Second shot from 130. Moving a little to the right of the flagstaff. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Frank, this birdie putt is from downtown.
Well, if you want to build a skyscraper, you've got to knock a few of these in.
Just ideal. Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
It's a good-looking putt right here. He might like it. This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Locked in on the read and the speed. Still even par for the day. Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green, and often you see long, long birdie putts here.
Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Challenging shot now from 180 yards. They actually have a few courses at the home of golf, St. Andrews, and one is called the New Course. That's 100 years old, the New Course. So imagine how old the old course is if the new one is a century old. He'll need to be strong with this. Ian Poulter has this for birdie. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. A good 20-footer here. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Always so important to finish your first 9 holes on a positive note here at the Open Championship.
Yeah, the 9th hole, this is the most extreme part, furthest away from the clubhouse, in the middle of the loop here. A good drive, though, that avoids those bunkers has every chance of finding this par 4 with your tee shot. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Hunter Mahan, second shot. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. That's a nice lag putt. Frank, what would you focus on a long putt?
That 3-foot circle, obviously you allow yourself a little bit more the further and further away you get, but just expectations, lower them a little bit. There's certain distances, just take 2.
Wow, touch of a locksmith out there, making everything.
Yeah, and the result, yet another birdie too. Totally in command.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. Now at the 10th, and Bobby Jones loved this hole, didn't he?
And that's why it's been renamed Bobby Jones. Drivable for a lot of the players, but if you're going to have a crack at this green, avoid the gorse down the left side, as well as the 2 pot bunkers that are in line with the right side of this green.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. This is about 125 yards. That might be a fat 8-iron for me. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. He needs a sort of miracle putt.
And he's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Frank, he'll have to take a full swing at this putt for birdie.
This is long, but every now and again, one of these finds the bottom of the cup and makes that magic sound.
Wow, I thought he made that. Frank, that's just a really good putt right there.
Yeah, that's why you call lag putting. You get outside a certain distance, and really your mind has to be about two putting and not trying to be a hero.
Missed putt and a drop shot here at the 10th. Getting set now over the putt. Nice par to remain 3 under. He's putting for bogey now. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Frank, number 11, the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the two bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those two bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces in them.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
170 yards. Frank, just a beautiful day out there today, but there are some challenges.
Yeah, those tricky winds up there, you've really got to focus on exactly how strong it is and what direction, because it's very easy to make the mistake of hitting the wrong club out here. You make a mistake with the wrong club choice, even a good swing is not going to get rewarded.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know, it might just go in.
And he's made it onto the green now. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
One of the game's steadiest players, Hunter Mahan, has this for par. That's costly right there.
Painful.
So a tester from 4 feet.
Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey.
Even par, currently.
One over for the day. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Has it. Good putt right there. Now at the 12th, and Frank, when you put the peg in the ground here, are you licking your chops?
Well, you are, unless you're playing into a head breeze, because if you are playing a head breeze, then you've got to worry about the 4 bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway. Touch of help, or if you're a long hitter, then all you've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker just short of this green. There is gorse left and right.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin.
Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Let's see what Hunter Mahan can do with this approach. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back, he didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
This is a par putt for Hunter Mahan. Never a doubt, looking to make a statement today. Lining this one up for par. Did the job right there. Moving on now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what's the strategy here?
Once again, to avoid those pot bunkers, the first one is called nicks, and then the other two up ahead, once again, they're called the coffins. Somehow you've got to go right or left of those or beyond those. If you can go in the exact right position, which is slightly left center, you will actually have a full view of this green. The left or right of that, then it's a blind second shot.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker.
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Hunter Mahan, second shot. And it makes the green in regulation. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. This is a cross-country special. Oh, I thought he had that. Just ideal. Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Okay, has it and stays at 1 over par. Just a couple of feet. Now at 1 under for the round. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle. And you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your 3rd shot to 14.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Second from an excellent lie.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
I mean, this skill and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Now his 3rd, staring right at the green. Frankie has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know, the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands soft landing, and runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the 3rd part of it is how much will it roll.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
This would give him the par. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. One under on the day. Back here at the 15th, and Frank, this fairway narrows up in a hurry.
And it's also, there's a big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave go down the right side. It brings in those little bunkers called robs, and they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks. Second shot.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a two-putt, well done.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just has the feel today. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Nice par to remain 1 under. All right, Frank, another par 4. It's the 16th. Players trying to make their way to the house, standing up in one piece. What's the best way to get at this hole?
Well, the normal player would actually try and hit the ball down the left. I've seen the odd player try and hit it down that out of bounds line and sort of flash it down the right side, but really there's not much of an advantage, Rich, unless you're the longest hitter in the business. So a little short and a little left of the principal's nose is a nice setup for the second shot here at 16.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. He needs a break right here. That one is headed OB. Look out. That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. Now on his third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds.
Yeah, tough break really, Rich, on that last shot. It just got away from him.
He's set up for his fourth shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Birdie chance now for Hunter Mahan. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Hoping to drop only one shot, this for bogey.
That's plain not fair.
Boy, this game is cruel, Frank. You get on a roll and then smack. Hits you right in the face and knocks you down. Now at the 17th tee, and Frank, this is really when you begin to feel the weight and the history of the old course bearing down on you.
And you also feel the nerves as well, because you're having to hit it not just at a fairway or over a bush, but over the corner of an out of bounds. And you'll see there's a little sign up there that says Old Course and Country Club. So you've got to pick the exact letter for the line that you want to hit it across. Hit it down the right side, this hole certainly becomes shorter. Left and short, you find the road hole bunker. A little right and long, and well, there's a chance of going out of bounds or on the road itself. There's out of bounds over there.
He needs to get lucky. Setting up in the fairway, 200 yards to where that hole is cut. What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Poulter now, third shot. So that one settles about 18 feet away from the cup. Pretty good shot. Chance to get it close here. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. And like Ben Crenshaw right there, just so smooth.
I've played before.
Headed for home now with a Royal and Ancient behind the green, a chance to cross the Swilken Bridge, just as Jack Nicklaus did, as Arnold Palmer did, as so many of the legends of the sport have done. This is a special place in the game.
Oh, I like that.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That will be a great look at birdie. Nice position, short grass, second shot. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's a round of 70 on the deck. Ian Poulter has this for birdie. Back to par for the round. Well, Frank, how do you begin to sum up what we've seen at the birthplace of golf today? The course, the scenery, the weather, the play. It was really all vintage St. Andrews.
Absolute pleasure to play the old course once again, Rich. You can see how technology might have changed it. There's a few more par fours that are reachable these days for the longer hitters, but still, it's a